Once, in a quiet village surrounded by lush forests, there was a young girl named Lyra. She had a special gift: she could play the violin beautifully. Her music was soft and sweet, and it seemed to bring peace to everyone who heard it. But what no one knew was that Lyra's violin held a secret, a melody that had been lost to time. One evening, Lyra was sitting with her grandmother in their cozy home. Her grandmother, who used to play the violin too, was looking out the window, watching the sunset. Lyra played a gentle tune, and her grandmother smiled softly. "Do you hear it, Lyra?" her grandmother asked quietly. "Hear what, Grandma?" Lyra wondered, stopping to listen. "The song," her grandmother said, "the one that once echoed through this village. It's in your violin. You have to find it." That night, under the light of the full moon, Lyra walked into the forest with her violin. The trees whispered in the wind as she played. The moonlight made the forest feel magical, as if the trees were listening to her music. And then, something happened. The forest came alive. Faint glowing symbols appeared on the trees, pulsing with her music, and for the first time, Lyra felt like the song was truly within her. Deep in the forest, Lyra met a glowing figure. It was a spirit of the forest, radiant and peaceful. The spirit spoke softly to Lyra, thanking her for unlocking the lost melody. "You've brought back the song," the spirit said. "It was always inside you, Lyra. Now, it will never be forgotten." The next morning, Lyra returned to the village. She stood in the square, her violin in hand, and began to play. As the soft music filled the air, the villagers gathered around, drawn to the sound. The wind stirred the trees, and for a moment, it felt as if the whole village was connected by the melody. Lyra smiled, knowing that the music would live on, forever woven into the heart of the village.